Hey guys, welcome back to another week of the Cyber Unfiltered podcast. We got Bob in New Jersey, Chris and I don't remember where, and Matt someplace cold.
It's
I'm,
warm
I'm
today.
someplace.
It's like
I'm someplace cold too.
42 degrees and sunny, which is t-shirt weather here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, today was twice as warm as it was yesterday. We hit 20, so
Stuff is
anyway.
melting. And I'm very excited about it.
This is the first
And
day
Matt, you're
we've been
healing?
freezing in like for almost a
Hmm?
month.
You're healing? Your shoulder's healing now? You're back to work?
I'm healing. I can lift my arm almost into the frame now.
Cool.
I got a long ways to go.
So I wanted to share something that happened this week. How do you guys train new employees when they show up at businesses? We had the one of the new people that started at a law firm this week. She started on Monday, and by 9:30, she had already gotten a phishing email from one of the partners. Somebody set up a Gmail account. It wasn't even a good lookalike. It was just a random Gmail account, and on the subject line, it had the partner's name, and it said, "Welcome aboard. Send me your cell phone number."
Oh boy.
It got flagged. She ignored it. An hour later, in the second email, replying to the first one, "Hey, did you see this?" So anyway, I'm like, okay, that email account was a new account. It was set up for her. They set it up Friday night, and it hadn't been published anywhere. And I'm like, okay, what happened? How did this email ever how did this email get discovered? Who's being watched? And digging around and digging around, the only thing we found was she told the world she was starting at a new company on LinkedIn.
Someone fished her.
Someone fished her, and and this firm is tiny. It's a 13-person firm. People are like, oh, we're too small to care. Well, somebody cared, and all the stuff got stopped. It was a happy ending, so it's okay. So my thing was, well, what is the process people should be going through on these new hires? Because yeah, we put cyber awareness training out there for people that that's part of their onboarding. They'll get it over the first week or so. But I'm kind of thinking now there's a 5-minute cyber talk that needs to happen day one.
Before they can have access.
He gives the roadblocks that should come up. If no one at the business is going to be asking you to go get money or run errands the first week.
Wait,
I'm going to ask you to send me money the second week.
I only asked Matt to send me money when he's on drugs for pain.
Okay.
That would have been a good thing to do.
That's abuse.
I think we would have been successful.
Yeah, I think the problem that we have, and I don't know if you guys have this problem, but I think it's a big problem in the industry in general, is it's really hard to get embedded in the onboarding process of a customer, especially if they don't have an onboarding process.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
hey, we hired somebody new and they're getting fish. It's like, wait, hell, what? Huh?
I particularly like the ones we hired somebody new and they start this morning. They started 2 hours ago.
Oh, we should probably order them some equipment then. It'll be here next week.
Yeah. So certain industries are worse than others as far as like letting you know. We try to establish a cadence, but I think that's a big struggle just getting in the onboarding process in general. So yeah, you got a cyber problem there, but like, also you kind of look at the fact that certain groups go after certain types of companies. So clearly lawyers are getting looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Law firms are getting looked at. It'd be interesting to see who, I don't know if we're gonna be able to tell what group it is, but see who's actually targeting that type of company. So I don't know. I'm gonna change my LinkedIn. Who do I want?
I didn't let it go any further. I actually didn't play with this guy to try and get access to figure what they want, but I figure it was going to go to either click here or send me gift cards.
Yeah,
I mean, you can send your worst enemy the phone number. See what happens. No, don't do that. That's a joke, people. If anybody's listening, don't do that.
So as always, proceed with caution.
I mean, it is a good question though. Like, what's the proper way? But like anybody that gets hired now is going to post on LinkedIn. You're not going to stop them from doing that. The fact is, they figured out the they figured out what the email address
Oh, sure.
default like setup is too.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, it's pretty easy though.
Available.
So
So
many
you know that account will be active when they
websites
start.
have
And
people
it.
people put the email address of some of the partners right on the website or in LinkedIn profiles, so it's not private.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we shouldn't expect email to be private anyway. So, well, I mean, you know, from a you post.
I mean, the
you
good
post
thing
certain
is
things
the
you're gonna
filtering all
assume.
the spam filtering and web filtering all block this stuff, but the fact that it showed up at all was a little disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
I don't know.
be aware.
I think you highlight something big with the onboarding process. So we definitely got to get more embedded in that. And I'm sure some companies out there are embedded, providers stuff like that. But like, I know a lot
Be
of
involved. And
companies that
like you said, you finding out 2 hours after the person arrived when they wrote an offer letter. At least last Friday they wrote the offer letter. Probably earlier than that.
yeah.
And
So
then they think, oh, they need an email.
yeah, it's a stressful.
So what
It's
else is going
stressful
on in
for
the
that.
world?
Oh, I got a good stat. This is funny. So
I saw the price of computer memory's not going anywhere, going down anytime soon.
yeah, we were talking in the green room. I'm in the middle of a prospect thing, and I'm trying to scope out servers for people. Example of 128 gigs of RAM has went from $2,500 to like $10K in like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. 4x. I wish I could
Better
4x
investment than
anything.
Bitcoin.
I should, man. I really wish I would have bought SanDisk stock and Micron stock. Trust me, if you look those up, you would have wished that too.
Nobody knew. Yeah.
Well, apparently AI people do when they're making the contracts, which it's getting. Like, if you have to do an upgrade right now, you are going to pay significantly more. And there's no like if you're gonna the look at it used to be like everybody's like on premise is cheaper. I don't know about that.
Not
Like,
right now.
Cloud, if you can do relatively smart about it in cloud, it is getting. It was already close before if you did it right. It's now shifting to where on-prem is not cheaper, especially when some of the struggles with on-prem, like at your building is like when you buy, you have to plan for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where are you going to be in 5 years? Like what's the life cycle of this? Where are you going to be in 3 years? Where are you going to be in 5 years? Because if you need more capacity, you have to then go buy it. Whereas in the cloud, you can spin up capacity. And people can talk about hybrid where you have stuff in your like on-prem and then you have stuff in the cloud as well. But yeah, it's really becoming a problem. And we can all blame AI for that, from the memory prices, which I want to transition a little bit into AI. Did you see how much the big tech companies are going to spend on AI this year? What they've committed to spending?
$5. No, it's insane. It's a little higher. It's like 650.
650 billion with a B.
Yeah.
Do you know how many countries GDP is smaller than that?
That's where your RAM went.
Like 164
it's
to
$659 billion of RAM.
Yeah, dude, that's bigger than like 160 some countries
Yeah.
GDP.
It's obscene.
Yeah, and this is just Amazon, Alphabet, which is Google, Microsoft, and Meta. Facebook.
There's a bunch of smaller ones out there that aren't even in those numbers. Yeah.
No, this is just the major four. That's insane. That doesn't count Oracle. Which, speaking of Oracle, they had a really, good job Oracle with TikTok. But anyway, Google is saying that their cloud backlog has already doubled over year to $240 billion.
That's the numbers are just staggering.
Google's also trying to issue corporate bonds at 100-year maturity. So, which is awesome.
So we're going to go on investment podcast too.
Hey man,
do it.
Two things rule your life: finances, politics, and we'll just leave the politics part alone. But finance is a big thing, but it's affecting, like we talked about. It's affecting the memory prices. It's affecting your ability to upgrade if you're a company. it's going to affect cloud prices at some point, because if the more memory they're putting towards AI, the more they're going to pull away from like being able to provide services to people. So it's a big problem. And from what I've seen,
Well, that's what I was just thinking, is like, when are we going to see an across the board cloud hosting increase, because now memory's expensive and they can charge for it even though it's old memory that they're using.
well, I know
Market pricing.
that
soon enough, unfortunately.
they're also extending how long servers are staying in the data center because they don't want to pay for the upgrades. So I mean, some of these third parties that do like that store parts and stuff like that,
It
probably
might
a big
be a
deal.
good time to pay for some advanced reservations.
Yeah, longer you commit, the cheaper it gets, and lock into that price, because
one of the things too is to actually, like, if you're going to do like get what you need spun up, because if you have it spun up, for the most part, if it's running, you're obviously not getting shut down. So yeah, it's
Guys,
a big problem.
Cut this one short. My internet is dying here.
Oh,
you froze, Bob. You froze.
All right, we're losing Bob. But just to summarize this a little bit, AI has caused, as good as AI is, and it's getting better, it's causing us to have significantly higher prices for computing hardware, servers, things that we need to support networks. And it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. So we'll keep you in the loop, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Can I go on one brief tirade before we go? With tax season coming up, I got an unsolicited piece of paper in my mailbox about doing my taxes with somebody I've never heard of that's local, and I'm going to refrain from their last name or company name. We'll just call them Jim. But one thing I would like to point out is, when you're doing your taxes, that information is very personal information. That is enough information to steal your identity, buy a car as you, do whatever the heck you want. So when you get an unsolicited letter about hey, I'll help you with your taxes, here's my Gmail address, just send that shit in. Don't do that. Okay? Don't fricking do that. If you're going to work with a tax person, they better have a way for you to securely get them your files, or just don't work with them. The end.
First of all, love the encore. Second of all, couldn't agree with you more. Third, I can't say what I really want to say, so we'll cut it at that. So
I'll email Jim and tell him he's a dumbass politely.
There you go.
Don't do that.
All right. If you guys have any topic you want to talk about, if you have any comments, if you're trying to buy a server or computer right now and you're seeing price shock or sticker shock, let us know. So we'll see you guys next week.